Hi everyone, here we'll present learning material about ethic business.
Etiquette is the set of conventional rules of personal behavior in polite society, usually in the form of an ethical code that delineates the expected and accepted social behavior that occurred with the convention and norms observed by a society, a social class, or a social group. Business is an effort to sell goods or services carried out by individuals, group of people or organization to consumer, the public, with the primary goal of gaining profit. Business ethics is a code that governs the expectation of social behavior in workplace. This code is put in the place to respect and protect time, people, and process. There is no universal agreement about a standard work etiquette, which might vary from one environment to another. Business ethics has the aim to provide encouragement to moral awareness and to provide limits for entrepreneurs or business people to be able to conduct business honestly and fairly and to distance themselves from fraudulent business that harm many people or parties who have the ethics man. In addition, business ethics has a goal that the business can be run and treated as fair as possible and adjusted to the agreed law. Business ethics can provide motivation for business people to continue to improve their abilities. And business ethics is intended to keep a company or business person from a bad image because usually companies or business people who do not have business ethics can harm another.
Hello, my name is Rodriska. I will continue with slide 4, 5, and 6. Is about relation in etiquette. The relation in etiquette business are divided into two, namely internal and external. Internally, it is divided into the first three relationship between employees, the second relationship between employees and leaders. Externally divided into two, namely relation between company and society. The first is relation between employees, getting to know each other and getting to know each other. In the first step towards effective communication with employee intimacy, events or employee skills development event but focus on the approach between employees. The second relationship between employees and leaders position is not something that limits the relationship between a leader and subordinates. Do not build too much distance because this will make the relationship between leaders and subordinates not good. The third relationship between leaders is feedback can also enhance collaboration as each other what improvement can be made. This shows we hope they are care about idea and are always open to any input and suggestion. The first relationship between company. Business ethic is not only discussing between company, but also discussing with companies and the public. forming values, norms, relationship with leader in building fair and healthy. The second, relationship between company and society. Community relation is a way used by companies to build and maintain a mutually beneficial relationship with the community they operate in or related to company activity. The types of etiquette in business. 1. Etiquette in entering the office. Say greeting to every people, cheerful, view and smile always to another people. As someone else knows. 2. Etiquette in introduction. Stand up, approach, eye contact, smile. Shake hands warmly and politely. There are some that need attention. 1. How to dress and 2. How to speak. The way of speaking is divided into two, namely physical and sympathetic.
My name is Marcela Veronica. I will continue with slide material 7 and 8. In slide 7 is about for etiquette in business, for social ethic. Social ethic applies in a particular community and has its own characteristic depending on where the person lives and the costume that apply there. For example, girls should not be at night so as not to disturb the rest of others. Next, the individual ethics. Individual ethic is ethic related to the obligation and attitude of humans towards themselves. For example, managing discipline. Next, organization ethic. Organization ethic applies the need for a set of value implemented by each member. For example, has the nature of respect. And finally, occupation ethic. Occupation ethic is a normative rules that contains a system of value and moral principles that are guidelines for employees in carrying out their work duties in the company. For example, managing clean at work. And slide 8, etiquette in business has business ethic and social responsibility. First, business ethic. Business ethics are ways when conducting business activity that corporate expect, but those related to an individual, company, and society. For example, treating employees well. Then, next, social responsibility. Social responsibility. Social responsibility is a concept that an organization, a company is in charge of various forms of responsibility to all its stakeholders. It can be concluded that etiquette in business is very important in the business world. That's all presentation for our group. If there are wrong words and words that are poorly understood, we apologize and thanks for attention.